Hi children, welcome back. And how are you? After a long time, we are going to watch the video. So I hope all of you very well, right? So here we completed 13th chapter, and here we are doing the revision of 13th chapter, that is natural calamities. Okay, so here natural calamities are nothing but the natural disaster. We use another word, natural disaster. Means here it is an accident. For example, if a traffic accident is there, it causes very less harm to the human life and property. But here some accident or such events which can cause damage to the human life and property in a large quantity. That is what we call natural calamities, right? So your natural calamities, they include floods, drought, earthquake, tsunamis. Means these are different from accidents. Accidents may take place because of human fault, but your natural calamities, they occur due to natural ways. So in that very first one is the floods and cyclones. Okay, now. So here floods are nothing but overflow of water due to heavy rainfall. So when there is a heavy rainfall, the flow of water is common and it is going to sunken many villages with its flow, and it causes huge damage to the livelihood, and as well as it causes damage to the property and electric lines, communication system, transportation system, everything will be get damaged because of floods, right? Here, floods, they may occur because of collapse of the dam built over the river, right? Sometimes melting of large amount of snow on the mountain due to long hot summers. So these are also causes floods, right? As well as floods are very common in coastal region. Okay, na? And along with the floods, they will get cyclones. So cyclone, what is cyclone? A cyclone is a very strong wind wave. Okay, na? This wind has very high speed with the force, and as well as it carries rain also. Okay, that is what we call cyclone. And here uh, whenever the cyclone comes, it is a heavy wind. Along with the heavy wind, it causes rising of the tide in the ocean, and we call it as tidal wave in the sea or ocean, which leads to flooding, right? So here flood also have some advantage. Here flood have advantage, that is it carries the soil from one place to another place, right? And the soil become more fertile. Other than this, remaining all are damage causing effects of the flood, right? So let us see how to control the floods. Only two main methods are afforestation. Plants can able to prevent the flood, and as well as constructing dams. So afforestation and dam construction will prevent the range of flood, reducing damage due to floods. So how can we reduce? Actually, the weather forecasting system, if we have correct weather forecasting system, means Indian Meteorological Department, as per their advice, if they say the flood or what you call cyclone is going to hit our area on TVs or radio or newspaper, then we have to go for safe places, right? So that we can save ourselves, and we have to construct temporary dams which can store the water or which can stop the flow of water. And here worker belongings to communicatory sorry community or government agencies, they should come, means help to evacuate people is nothing but uh, the victims. We have to save the victims along with the government institutions and government agencies. Here Red Cross Society people, they construct the relief camp and they help the people with the food, water, and medicine, etc. Right. So here drought. What is meant by drought? When rainfall occurs very less in that area, so that it causes drought. Here drought is nothing but shortage of the food because of no rainfall. In Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, drought is very common. They are drought prone areas because of very less rainfall. Due to less rainfall, there is no vegetation. When there is no vegetation, when there is no crop, there is no food for the animals and human being. So the livestock, they will die. Even the people die with the hunger. This situation is called as famine, right? And here, how to reduce these drought conditions? Simply by afforestation, and as well as we have to harvest the rainwater. By harvesting rainwater, we can increase the groundwater level, and we have to construct the check dams. The check dams in the Rajasthan, it improved the water level, and they are saved from the drought condition. Next, earthquakes. It is a heavy shake of the ground which causes cracks in the roads, buildings, and collapsing of the buildings. All these occurs because of earthquakes. So in 2011 in Japan there is a huge earthquake occurred, and as well as the earthquake in Gujarat on 26 January 2001. It killed near about 20,000 people, and many of them they lost their belongings and houses. So after the earthquake, we have to live in the tents for accommodation, uh, because it takes time for the reconstruction of the houses, right? And next, here, how does earthquake occurs? Actually, earth surface is called as earth crust, and inner layer is called as fault. Here, below the earth crust, there is a fault which can able to move. These faults, when they overlap together, it generates a shaking waves, and we call it as earthquake. And here, earthquake can be studied by seismology, and seismograph is a method which can read the uh, range of earthquake on the Richter scale. And earthquake less than 3, it is low intense, and earthquake more than 6, it causes massive destruction. So here modern buildings and the bridges, they are designed as per the earthquake so that they can able to swing along with the earthquake. So they are earthquake proof. And when there is earthquake, we have to run out of the buildings, and it takes place within seconds. So we should save our life within seconds. If it is not possible, then hide yourself under the table, right? And next, immediate after earthquake, do not rush into the houses, because after shocks means the wave continues even after earthquake, so that after some time you should enter into houses, right? And next, calamity is the tsunami. Here tsunami, it occurs in the countries of south countries and southeast Asian countries. On 2004 December 26, a horrible tsunami came, and it vanished near about 3 lakhs people, right? So actually, what is tsunami? Tsunami is nothing but harbor wave. And here tsunami came from Japanese word, and its meaning is harbor wave. Here tsunami, it carries a heavy tide or a heavy wave of water, ranges from 1 meter to 20 meter or more than that, right? So in Japan 2004, a heavy tsunami struck because of earthquake in the sea. Earthquake in the ocean also causes tsunami. So they travel very faster, and with 100 kilometers of per an hour, and they strike suddenly and causes the great damage to the village people. And the great tsunamis, they account 1929 Canada tsunami, 1979 Hawaii tsunami, and 1964 Kamchatka Peninsula tsunami. And what we have to do when natural calamities occur, we have to encourage the people to face the problem bravely. We have to help as many as people we can, and we should not spread the rumors of panic things. And we have to contribute ourselves by giving food, water, clothes, and relief camps to the uh, victims. And as well as we have to work with the government agencies and non-government agencies, such as Red Cross Society. It is a voluntary international society agency which can help the people by providing medical service, and they help the people to settle down again. And World Health Organization, it provides medical service and medicines to the victims. And as well as United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, it provides medicines and other things to the affected people, especially children. So children, this is about the revision of the lesson. We'll discuss question answers in the next session.